Okay, but let's talk about that specific clip.
The first one?
Yes. So Tony, whatever the fuck his last name is, calls Puerto Rico a pile of trash. All of the Puerto Rican, because I was trying to look up that Puerto Rican artist's name that backed Trump up and went on the rally and went on stage with him a couple months ago, but I can't find his name. But after that clip came out, he renounced his support for Trump, and then Bad Bunny shared to his like 4.5 million, I think, followers, and he's from Puerto Rico. Kamala Harris's plan for Puerto Rico specifically. So you can tell that like this joke and hiring this comedian specifically was a liability for Donald Trump. I saw a lot of people, because he's a comedian that a lot of people like, and they were mad that he was at the Trump rally and everything at this, and they said that he made this joke specifically, and he's part of the like Joe Rogan camp. So they were trying to say that after Trump went on Joe Rogan's podcast, and Joe Rogan was obviously not too impressed with him, that Joe Rogan planted this guy to go do the Trump rally, to do this joke, to specifically get Puerto Rican people to not vote for him so that Trump could win. I feel like y'all are giving him a lot of credit.
It would behoove him to hire a few great comics to just tour with him and just write one-liners about all these different fucking people.
I mean,
if he could remember them, I know he likes to go off his own head, but if he could remember a few Hinchcliffe bangers, if he hires Hinchcliffe to take him on the road, do you know how fucking insane that would be?
Yeah, dude.
Hinchcliffe writing bangers for Trump to shit on people. Trump was smart. He would hire Shane and Tony Hinchcliffe to write.
It was just Joe Rogan actually talking about that idea and potentially him maybe having something to do with Tony being part of the campaign.
So people thought that was actually a thing.
Yeah, no. The thing is this: like the way I
there's validity to that.
No. I feel like Tony is he's the kind of dude that he lives for something like that. I think in his stupid way he thought he was doing something good for Trump, and I think besides the Republicans who don't have any self-respect for themselves, I think there's a lot of people that's going to change and go a different way.
I have two questions for you before you continue really quickly. Do you know Heathcliff's content?
Yeah, I watched Kill Tony.
Does he usually do like fuck these brown people type of content?
So let me give you an example of some of the content. This is at Tom Brady's roast.
Okay.
Tom is afraid of the Giants, which is why Kevin Hart is hosting tonight. All night, he's been using the stool that Aaron Hernandez kicked out from under himself. Kevin is so small that when his ancestors picked cotton, they called it deadlifting. Tom Brady is a patriot, which is surprising considering he looks like a Confederate fag. Clearly your ex-wife takes after you. I hear she's out there draining balls right now. People love you, Tom. You have the same fan base as Kyle Rittenhouse. Gronk, I'm happy you could take a break from writing Santa letters to be here today. I knew you were here when we were all out of chocolate milk backstage. You look like the final boss in George Floyd, the video game. Jeff is so Jewish, he only watches football for the coin toss. Nikki has such a bad eating disorder, the industry keeps shoving her down our throat.
He's just blasphemous in general.
Podcast appearances, specials, and winning the Triple Crown at Churchill Downs. You might recognize Kevin as the jockey that rode her, and that's Churchill Downs, the racetrack, not to be confused with what Jeff Ross looks like when he smokes a cigar. Sam J, an obese African-American lesbian, so by having here, Netflix checked off a lot of boxes. Andrew Schultz, I'm glad you took a break from watching YouTube videos on how to dap up black dudes correctly. Schultz's mom is a professional ballroom dancer, which means she's a stripper that talks too much. Bert Kreischer is a king. He looks like if the Tiger King and the Liver King only ate Burger King and had a liver that looked like Martin Luther King got beat up by Rodney King. And how about the appearance from the great Ron Burgundy, huh? A whale's vagina, which reminds me, Kim Kardashian's here. She's had a lot of black men celebrate in her end zone. Kim, word of advice, close your legs. You have more public beef than Kendrick and Drake. Thank you, guys.
And she was there.
I remember her being there, and like trying to smile and do her Kim thing. Okay, so this is a guy who has just like equal smoke for everybody. It doesn't seem like he has specific hate towards any group. He's just gonna take the easiest road down the funniest joke.
I think what has to just be said is this isn't a place for comedy though. Like a political rally.
All, but
I'm saying, but thing is like
comedian.
Yeah, even if you hire the comedian, you got to have some type of decorum. Even when George Lopez goes up there, he's not going there saying crazy shit. He's making jokes about Mexicans. Like at some point, we gotta again comes back to the line. We have to have a line for this shit where that's not appropriate here.
No, not at all. But like when it's a Trump rally, like do we? They obviously are not trying to stay within the parameters of what a politician would actually do, because Trump is not a politician. He's a showman.
October 7 was Israel's darkest hour. They are our best friend. I worked for Ronald Reagan for 8 years. Ronald Reagan said, we have to be there for Israel always because they are always there for us. Hamas is not there for us. Iran is not there for us. They want to kill us. And the Palestinians are taught to kill us at 2 years old. They won't let a Palestinian in Jordan. They won't let a Palestinian in Egypt. And Harris wants to bring them to you.
Did we fact check that? Like, are
they may have
Palestinian
good
people not allowed?
I'm sorry,
in Jordan?
I don't take a risk with
that's
people.
That's from the apartheid and shit, though. Not because, like, that's not from anything that's like that. That's
so it's just racist shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yo, Rudy, I'm glad them women took your house. I'm so glad them women took your house from Georgia. I don't know how they gonna cover the fees and the taxes, but I'm glad they took that shit. You deserve that.
Rudy Giuliani, everything negative that happens to you, you deserve. And I hope you and the rest of your bloodline experience nothing but misfortune for the rest of the Giuliani name.
Yo, my nigga, you are just such a trash dude, yo. Like didn't he get caught on the Borat show? Like remember that Sacha Baron Cohen caught him with his pants down? You don't remember that?